Welcome to my kitchen.
I was born and raised in the South, in a city, and now I live in the Midwest on a farm, and I love it. Other things I love are Jesus, my family, and everything food. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Welcome to Raelynn's kitchen! Yay! I'm so glad to be in your kitchen today. I'm so excited. We were at a women's gathering last night, and we wrote together, and you brought this cake that tasted so good. And you told me it's
Andy's favorite cake.
Andy's favorite cake. Tell him who Andy is.
Andy is my husband.
How many years have you and Andy been together?
28.
28 years. That's awesome. And Andy actually grew up with Rick, and they knew each other as young boys. And Andy was in our wedding. So we love him.
We all went to college together.
We all went to college together at John Brown. It was so much fun. And we remember Andy and you falling in love. Also, he took you on a date where you went to several fast food places and got special things and then had a picnic. And did he have table and chairs set up in the back of his pickup?
I don't think it'd be illegal now.
Probably not, but how fun! That's so creative!
If we look out the window, we could probably find him.
And Raelynn, like myself, was a city girl that moved to the farm.
I love it.
And we love it. It's so much fun. But I was so glad that you ended up here, and we are forever friends. So very thankful for you. And I talked her into doing a show today. You and Andy have two beautiful daughters.
Yes.
They're amazing.
They are.
Yes. They're the ages of my Lillian and my Blythe. And one, Kyla, is in med school.
Yes.
So they're very smart. And Brooke is in nursing school. Also very smart. So, I mean, you're covered medically. You're covered.
I know. I'll have good care here in the future.
Good care. We don't mind that. We don't mind that. But Kyla's on a mission trip right now, correct?
Yes.
Is it a medical mission?
It's a medical mission.
So fun.
She just finished 1 year of med school.
I love that she did that. She's always had a heart for the Lord and for others. So your girls are great. I love them so much. This is a wonderful family.
They mix good with your girls.
Oh, they do. They're buddies. I remember spending many 4th of Julys together. And sometimes at our house and sometimes at your house. And it's really fun.
Fun times.
Yeah, good times, good memories. We're thankful. Tell me what we're going to do first for Andy's favorite cake today.
Okay, well, we have to melt some butter. It's really pretty simple and it doesn't take long to bake.
Win-win! Okay, so do we melt the butter in the microwave or do you melt the butter?
I do it on the cooktop.
I love that! Old school, people!
I'm old school.
I love old school, me too, sort of. So, Raelynn, we're doing the rapid boil and now dry ingredients.
It's cooking. So we have 2 cups of sugar.
Yum. Always a good start.
And 2 cups of flour.
Love it.
And then we need 4 tablespoons of cocoa.
Okay. And Raelynn, tell me about these cute little spoons.
Aren't they fun? And I'm not real accurate when I measure. I just, the more cocoa, the better, right?
Amen. Preach.
So we mix this just a little bit, and when the butter and the water is ready, we'll pour that in here. And in the meantime, we're gonna mix together buttermilk. And I explained to Marci yesterday, I always use buttermilk. I just buy this powder and you add water.
Buttermilk powder? Who knew? I mean,
I just have it in my fridge all the time.
How did you even know about it?
I think my mother-in-law.
Your sweet mother-in-law. I've always done like buttermilk, which, is as much as gas. I usually do like milk with vinegar to make.
And I'm sure.
But you can literally have all the ingredients for this cake, Andy's favorite cake, at any time.
Yes.
I love that. I'm going to try that. Can you pull out that buttermilk powder?
I'll get the buttermilk.
Show us. Teach us.
Okay,
there it is.
So this is my cultured buttermilk blend. And it basically takes 4 tablespoons to make a cup. So we just need 2. Half a cup of water. So then we're going to mix in buttermilk powder.
This is amazing. And then do you whisk it?
You can be fancy. I just use a fork.
I think a fork is fancy. A fork is fun. I mean, a fork is used for so many things, so I love that.
You mix it up.
Wow.
And it gets pretty smooth. And then I let it sit for a little bit. Okay.
Oh, I love that. Easy cheesy. Woo. I learned so much from you, Raelynn. All of our relationship, I've always learned from you. You have a lot of wisdom, just saying. So what next?
Okay. So we're going to stir the butter. So now we're going to pour that hot mix of butter and water into and I'll let you do it.
Oh, I can do it. Okay, I'm so excited. Now, do you turn on your mixer or no?
I do
really?
Once I put it in.
Oh, okay. Do I just dump it in? Fun. Woo! Oh. Butter. Yum. Okay.
Okay, so now we'll mix this.
Oh.
And it's hot. And then we're going to mix in the buttermilk.
Okay.
And I'm just going to kind of mix that in slow. And maybe that'll help cool it down a little bit. Because now we're going to add our eggs. The recipe calls for the eggs to be beaten. I just throw them in. So
one of your best
if you want to
qualities.
be really technical, you're welcome to beat your eggs.
Don't beat your eggs.
And
be kind to your eggs.
I am not a talented egg cracker like Marci, and I need 2 hands to do it.
Listen, Raelynn is one of the most talented athletes I've ever known. You can play soccer, basketball, volleyball, softball, all the balls. She's no, anybody, and you even coached a little bit. Star player and coach, right? You coach, see, I'm just saying. Crack an egg or be able to do all the sports, I think you win.
Now we're going to add a teaspoon of baking soda.
Baking soda.
It's not really in the recipe. I like salt. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in for seasoning, and I don't use a lot. I just mix it.
I like salt. And let's talk about this cute Tupperware. This is vintage.
This is
vintage. This is so cool. Can y'all see that? That's awesome.
Definitely vintage.
I remember my parents having this. Where'd you get this?
I think my mom found them for me somewhere.
They're so cool.
This is what I had growing up.
There you go. Yeah, this is such a fun memories. I love this.
Okay, and
salt.
then the recipe calls for just a dash of cinnamon. I use more than a dash.
Ooh,
because the cinnamon is the secret to the cake.
Cinnamon
it's what
secrets.
gives it this amazing flavor with the chocolate.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Ooh. So how much do you put in there?
I have.
Ooh, nice.
Like that?
It's beautiful.
Can you smell it?
It smells so good. I love cinnamon.
And then I think the recipe calls for half a teaspoon, and I add a teaspoon of vanilla.
Good. Half a teaspoon vanilla just doesn't seem right.
You can never have too much vanilla.
Amen. That batter is gorgeous.
And it's a really soft batter. Like, it's not thick. And we're gonna put it in a sheet cake pan. So you're making a whole sheet cake.
Nice. So. Our farmers will love that in their lunches.
You can. Okay. So now
gorgeous.
We're ready to put it in the pan.
Woohoo!
So we have our jelly roll pan.
Yay!
And this is also one of my favorite. This is pan baking. And it never fails. You know what I mean? It's the best nonstick for baking.
So is that like greasing and flouring a pan? But just in one bottle.
One thing.
There you go. I've never tried it. I'm so excited. This is gonna be great.
Okay, so.
Ooh. Boy, that's a pretty batter. It's so glossy and silky. Ooh. Yum. Might need a spoon. Ooh.
Okay.
She loves some in for us. It's my girl.
So now we're gonna put this in a 350-degree oven, and it's gonna bake for about, I have an air bake pan here, so I think it bakes a little bit longer. So I'm gonna bake it for about 25 minutes.
And then we gotta dance.
Not on video. So I just took this out of the oven. We baked it for 25 minutes.
Ooh, it smells so good.
And it's showing that it's done. I check it with the pick.
I do too. It's a great idea.
It'll be gooey if it didn't bake long enough.
Yes.
Okay, so it's hot, and the frosting that we make needs to be put on the cake as soon as you make it. You can't make it ahead of time. And so we gotta let the cake cool a little bit, and then we'll put the frosting on.
How long do we let the cake cool, Raelynn?
It probably needs to cool for at least an hour or so.
Okay, we'll have coffee. And Raelynn, you don't drink coffee.
I don't.
But she made me the most wonderful coffee, and it's in a John Brown University mug from one of her daughters. So,
Because I had 2 kids that went to school there.
yes, and our alma mater was John Brown's. So we're gonna have coffee for the next hour, and we'll be back.
Okay, so we're gonna start on our frosting. And we're gonna add the sink in. We cooked our butter and water in. And then we need 3 tablespoons of cocoa. And then we need 6 tablespoons of milk.
Okay. Is that new ring?
Yes, my husband got it for me for Mother's Day.
It's so pretty. We're gonna zoom in because way to go, Andy. Oh, it's so pretty.
And this just needs to come to a boil, just not a full rolling boil. We're gonna put our 4 cups of powdered sugar in our bowl.
I hope I didn't mess up your counting.
I'm worried about that with the milk over there that I poured in.
We don't want to bring too much math into
It'll be
cooking.
okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay, so we're gonna keep mixing this. My butter's still melting. It gets nice and smooth.
It's beautiful and it smells so good. That makes me think of a thick hot chocolate. We could probably drink this.
Okay, so we've got our chocolate sauce, whatever you want to call
Chocolate
it. The butter,
sauce.
the cocoa, and
Yum.
the milk. And it's all mixed, it's smooth, and then you just pour it right over your powdered sugar.
Oh my goodness. This is so pretty.
See, I got a clump there. And this frosting kind of hardens up a little bit. And then it calls for a teaspoon of vanilla, and I'm just gonna guesstimate.
Oh, good. Yum.
So now we're gonna mix it, scrape down the sides here a little bit.
Oh, that's pretty. I hope y'all can see that. It's so, the consistency is just wonderful. Oh.
So see, it has some run to it.
Oh,
Compared to like a regular frosting being really thick, but it will kind of firm up as you put it on the cake.
I love the way you said that it has some run to it. That's perfect. That's accurate. That's specific.
Okay, so now we'll get the cake and we will pour this frosting over the top of our cake.
Oh.
We're just gonna put this frosting, I just pour the whole bowl on there and then we'll spread it.
It is gorgeous. Oh, and this cake is cool now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can put it on a tiny bit warm of the cake, but the frosting will kind of melt a little bit.
Okay. I love that she left this. We'll go with my coffee. Ooh, that's really pretty. Beautiful. It's uniform. Wow.
A warm cocoa.
When Raelynn and I were having coffee, we saw Andy out in the field, and we were talking about how Andy and Raelynn drive green tractors. And we at the Ep Farm drive red tractors. And we were talking about how red tractor farmers and green tractor farmers can be friends, good friends.
Yeah. And they each have their opinion of which is the best. Okay.
It is gorgeous. Okay, shall we hold it up?
Now we have Andy's favorite chocolate cake.
Yay! Raelynn, thank you so much for letting me come over and cook in your kitchen. This is amazing. And I mean, you did all the cooking and I just had coffee and had the rest of the batter in the bowls, which was awesome.
Thanks for coming and visiting us.
Don't forget to thank Jesus.
And enjoy.
See you next time.
Bye.